Tăng 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 tăng. Wow, xin chào tất cả các bạn đến với kênh Brand EduTV và lâu lắm rồi chúng ta mới được gặp lại. Thì hôm nay chúng ta sẽ học Unit 9 Lesson 1, 2 and 3. Now, let's go. Family and Friends for Special Edition. Unit 9. What's the fastest animal in the world? Lesson 1, 2 and 3. By Brian and GTV. Okay, let's sing a song. Hello. Sorry các bạn, tại vì hôm nay bài giảng nó dài dài xíu á.
Hello, hello. Can you clap your hands? Hello, hello. Can you clap your hands? Can you stretch up high? Can you touch your toes? Can you turn around? Can you say hello? Hello, hello. Can you stamp your feet? Hello, hello. Can you stamp your feet? Can you stretch up high? Can you touch your toes? Can you turn around? Can you say hello? Hello, hello. Can you clap your hands? Hello, hello. Can you stamp your feet?
Oh, finished. Lesson 1 words. Listen, point, and repeat.
Listening 80. Listen and point.
Lake, mountain, waterfall, ocean, wide, deep, high.
Okay, and the next one. You listen and read.
Listening 81. Listen and read.
Hello. I have a quiz for you today.
Great!
What's the highest mountain in the world?
Mount Everest!
That's right. What's the widest ocean in the world?
It's the Pacific Ocean!
That's right.
What's the fastest animal in the world?
A mouse!
No, a mouse isn't the fastest animal. The fastest animal in the world is the cheetah.
No! A mouse! Look! Ah! Now Amy is the fastest student in the class.
Oh. Okay. Videos, grammar, comparative adjective.
This video is about comparative adjectives in English. This is Jack and this is Mike. Jack is short and Mike is tall. Jack is shorter than Mike. Mike is taller than Jack. We often need to compare different things and people. And to do this, we use comparative adjectives. For example, smaller, bigger, taller, shorter. If the adjective has only one syllable, we make its comparative form by adding the suffix er, short, shorter. And if the adjective has a short vowel and a consonant at the end, we need to double the consonant, big, bigger. More examples: small, smaller, tall, taller, old, older, hot, hotter. Jack is quite sociable. Mike is very sociable. So Mike is more sociable than Jack. If it's a two and more syllable adjective, we need to add the word more before the adjective. Sociable, more sociable. Repeat after me. More sociable, more interesting, more boring. The opposite of the word more is less. Less sociable, less interesting, less boring. Jack is shorter than Mike. Mike is more sociable than Jack. So we use the word than when we compare things and people. There are some special cases related to the use of comparative adjectives. If it's a two and more syllable adjective ending in y, you can make its comparative form by changing y into I and adding the suffix er. Easy, easier. Easy, easier. Lazy, lazier. Happy, happier. Funny, funnier. But there is another way. You can also make the comparative form of adjectives ending in y with the help of more. More easy. So there are two ways. More easy, more lazy, more happy, more funny. Jack is a good speaker. Mike is not a very good speaker. Jack is a better speaker than Mike. Some adjectives have irregular forms. Good, better. Bad, worse. Far, further, or farther. For example, Paris is further from here than Berlin. Today the weather is better. My car is worse than Jack's. Mike and Kate are 25 years old. Jack is 40. So Mike is as young as Kate. And Jack is not as young as Mike and Kate. To make an equal comparison, we use the formula as, adjective as. For example, Mike is as young as Kate, or its negative variant, not as, adjective as. Jack is not as young as Mike and Kate. Mike and Kate are much younger than Jack. However, Jack is much more experienced than Mike and Kate. When we talk about big differences, we use the words much, a lot, far before the comparative. For example, Kate and Mike are much younger than Jack. Kate and Mike are a lot younger than Jack. Kate and Mike are far younger than Jack. And one more example with a long adjective, more than two syllables. Jack is much more experienced than Mike and Kate. Jack is a lot more experienced than Mike and Kate. Jack is far more experienced than Mike and Kate. When we talk about small differences, we use the words a little bit, slightly, plus the comparative. For example, John is a little younger than Mike. John is a bit younger than Mike. John is slightly younger than Mike. And one more example with a long adjective. Jack is a bit more experienced than Mike and Kate. Jack is a little bit more experienced than Mike and Kate. Jack is slightly more experienced than Mike and Kate. This is all about comparatives, and in the next...
Okay, you heard? Okay. Listen to Grandma 2. Listen and read.
Listening 82. Listen and repeat.
A cheetah is faster than a mouse. An ocean is wider than a lake. What's the fastest animal in the world? The fastest animal in the world is the cheetah. The Pacific Ocean is the widest ocean in the world.
Okay. Next one. Read and write. Tick 2 of F phones. 1. Nam is tallest boy. 2. V is faster than Nam. 3. Bao is the faster boy. 4. Nam is slower than G. 5. Bao is taller than G. And 6 is G is shortest boy. Okay. V is faster than Nam is phones. Bao is faster boy is T. 4. Nam is lower than G is 4. Bao is taller than G is T. True. And G is shortest boy is true. Right. 2. Mount Everest is the mountain in the world. Cars are than bikes. Grapes are than apples. Lake Baikal is the lake in the world, and mice are than cheetah. Okay. Number 2. Number 3. Oh no, number 2 is number 3. Okay. 1, 5, 6. Oh my god. 3. 2. Number 2 is highest. Cars are faster. Grapes are smaller than apples. Lake Baikal is the deepest lake in the world, and mice are slower than cheetahs. Okay, and the last videos is superlative adjective.
This is the second video about the degrees of comparison in English, this time superlative adjectives. Jack is not very tall. Kate is taller than Jack. Mike is a bit taller than Kate. So Mike is the tallest. Tall, taller, the tallest. Small, smaller, the smallest. You already know about the comparative form of adjectives. Adjectives in the superlative form express the highest degree of certain quality. We make the superlative form of one-syllable adjectives by adding the suffix est and the definite article the before the adjective, the shortest. If the adjective has a short vowel, we must double the consonant, add the suffix est and the definite article the biggest. So let's look at the comparative and superlative forms together. Smaller, the smallest. Taller, the tallest. Older, the oldest. Hotter, the hottest. For example, Mike is the tallest guy in the office. Today is the hottest day of the year. Mike is the most sociable person in the office. Jack is the most helpful. We make the superlative form of two and more syllable adjectives by adding the word the most before the adjective. For example, the most sociable. And again, let's read comparatives and superlatives together. More sociable, the most sociable. More interesting, the most interesting. More boring, the most boring. The opposite of the most is the least. The least sociable, the least interesting, the least boring. More examples. John is the most sociable boy in the class. This is the most interesting book I have. Like comparatives, superlatives also have some special rules. 2 and more syllable adjectives ending in y usually make their superlative forms by replacing y with I and the suffix est. For example, the easiest. More comparative and superlative forms like this: easier, the easiest; lazier, the laziest; happier, the happiest; funnier, the funniest. But there is another way. 2 and more syllable adjectives ending in y can also make their superlative form with the help of the most before the adjective. For example, the most easy; more easy, the most easy; more lazy, the most lazy; more happy, the most happy; more funny, the most funny. Jack is the best speaker at the conference. So let's look at the irregular adjectives again. Good, better, the best; bad, worse, the worst; far, further, the furthest; or far, farther, the farthest. The furthest door led to a kitchen. Today is the worst day ever. Jack is my best friend. Mike is the tallest of all his colleagues. Jack is the most experienced of all. There are some more or less fixed structures with superlatives. For example, a superlative plus the preposition of when we talk about a representative of some group. For example, Mike is the tallest of all his colleagues. Jack is the most experienced of all. Kate is by far the most organized person in the company. To make a superlative adjective stronger, we use the intensifier by far before the superlative. Kate is by far the most organized person in the company. Jack is by far the best project manager. One more structure is one of plus superlative when we talk about a representative of a group. She is one of the best singers in the world. And finally, the structure an ordinal number plus a superlative adjective. You remember ordinal numbers, the first, the second, the third. It is the second largest city in the world.
Okay, thank you. Okay, the next one. Lesson 3, grammar and song. 1, ask the answers. Next one. Biggest birds. Okay. Can you show you a book? Okay. Okay. What's the biggest fruit? It's a melon. Great job, everyone. What's the fastest transport station? It's a plane. Great job. What's the tallest animal? A zebra. Zebra. What's the smallest country? Vietnam. Vietnam is the smallest country. And the last one, what's the slowest animal? It's a monkey. Great job, everyone. Okay, listen and sing.
Listening 83. Listen and sing. My quiz.
What's the biggest country? Do you know? Do you know?
What's the highest mountain, do you know? Listen to my quiz, listen to my quiz, and tell me what the answer is. Do you know? Do you know? Do you know what the answer is? Listen to my quiz, listen to my quiz, and tell me what the answer is. What's the biggest ocean, do you know? Do you know? What's the smallest country, do you know? Listen to my quiz, listen to my quiz, and tell me what the answer is. Do you know? Do you know? Do you know what the answer is? Listen to my quiz, listen to my quiz, and tell me what the answer is.
Okay. Do exercise to be statistics. Sing a song goodbye.
Bye bye, goodbye. Bye 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 bye, goodbye. I can clap my hands. I can stamp my feet. I can clap my hands. I can stamp my feet. Bye bye, goodbye. Bye 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 bye, goodbye. Bye bye, goodbye. Bye 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 bye, goodbye. Goodbye.
Okay. Okay, and the next one is thank you very much. Goodbye and say goodbye everyone. See you next time. Bye bye. Xin lỗi các bạn nha, tại vì tuy bài giảng hơi dài chút xíu thôi chứ không sao đâu. Thì mong các bạn thông cảm giúp mình nha. Xin chào, bye bye. See you next time. Bye bye.